It's time for the Chicken Raiser Strategist.
Hi, I'm the Chicken Raiser Strategist, and
Do you see my cat? He clearly has no point of view in life. He spends most of his time sleeping and is very inconsistent in everything he does. Let's say now that he was surprisingly hit by Covid-19.
what happened? He panicked, just like most brands did. Today I'm going to give you my 3 advertising tips for the second wave of Covid-19. How many of you didn't know what to do with your brand when this whole pandemic started? I have to say I was a bit confused. Don't worry, you are not the only one. As soon as lockdowns were issued, most brands cut their advertising investment. Media plans were frozen, the whole marketing world stopped, and Intel revealed that mid-April, 82% of decision makers in the US had either paused or adjusted their ad spending. Why? Because most brands didn't know what to communicate and took a long time to react. So here are my 3 advertising tips for the second wave of Covid-19. Tip number 1. Be distinctive. Don't just tell people to stay home and wash their hands like it happened in wave 1. Everyone knows that, and no one will remember your brand if you do. Tip number 2. Prepare for different scenarios. Restrictions, lockdowns, curfew, no one knows if and when. But if you prepare for possible scenarios, you'll likely communicate better and faster. Tip number 3. Stick to your brand positioning. One of the reasons why most brands froze and came up with the same headlines was because they had no brand positioning to guide them. That hurt. Having a brand positioning is like having a point of view. And having a point of view will give you a head start. But let me put this differently.
Do you see my cat? He clearly has no point of view in life. He spends most of his time sleeping and is very inconsistent in everything he does.
Let's make an experiment with this soft towel. I'll call it Covid19.
Let's say now that he was surprisingly hit by Covid-19.
What happened? He panicked, just like most brands did.
Now let's look at my chicken. And like my cat, my chicken have a clear, consistent point of view on things. They see everything as food. So they instinctively know what to do when surprised by something new. The same happens with brands that have a well-defined positioning.
What do you mean by a positioning? I mean a clear point of view, something the brand consistently stands for. Because unlike most brands that decided to cancel their marketing activities, brands with a clear positioning turned Covid-19 into an opportunity to stress their point of view. Like Dove, that stands for real beauty, and took the opportunity to stress the brand's point of view with the campaign "Courage is Beautiful." So having a strong positioning is a powerful tool to help brands communicate when facing unexpected events. Does your brand have a well-defined, well-crafted brand positioning? If the answer is yes, then you're likely to know what to communicate in the second wave of Covid-19. If not, then you should craft a positioning and get a point of view before the second wave of Covid-19 hits you. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram with contents on marketing, communication, strategy, and obviously, my tiny farm. See you there!